for the 2023 season. And we'll see the Colts' superstar cornerback.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one, it's really a good matchup when you boil it down.
We do indeed, and something I'm going to be watching for. Who can get off to a fast start? If you can go out, get points on the first drive, preferably a touchdown, you can really set the tone for the game. And I think that both of these quarterbacks are more than capable of doing just that.
Just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on some few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with a football. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Robinson eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Facing 2nd and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
Throwing on first down. Robinson. This one completes Alec Pierce. The numbers for Pierce last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think it'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Colts first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Left side, he finds Pierce. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now Robinson to throw on second down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's Robinson off the play fake. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Robinson on third down. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Robinson delivers another one to Pierce. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. The Colts at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. To throw is Robinson. Off play action. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jackson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Robinson now looking to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. He's going to get this down near the 25.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Down to about the 23. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Robinson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harrison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Now is a punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll drop this down to Taylor. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Robinson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Again, Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Jackson now. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded right around the 8. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Now Robinson, a final shot before break. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We begin up at Gillette Stadium. Mike Vrabel's guys in town to take on his former team from his playing days, New England. And it's the Patriots with the lead in that one. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And as you see, they are currently all tied with the visiting Denver Broncos. Next, they look at the next-gen stats for the Ravens in that first half. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage. But the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Colts, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. All in all, a pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, I see, Charles. It'll be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Robinson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Robinson. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they get him down on the other side of midfield. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Robinson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Running left, Taylor. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Robinson. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jamal Agnew, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he stopped immediately there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Here's Robinson to throw on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robinson. Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins, and nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On 2nd down, here's the option. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Bulldozes past. There he goes left side. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away now from tying this ballgame. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again with Dobbins. Taken down at the 42. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. There he goes right side. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So so many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this third quarter. That was after a good first half offensively.
And you wonder where it all goes, and it feels like it goes away fast because it takes some time to build up good momentum, great play calling, excellent execution, and then in like a blink of an eye, you're losing the game. How do you get back there again? I'm sure they've talked about it, and they've got a plan. Now can they put it into practice?
The lead gone, now the search to find it again. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Defense. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now hang on here. Looks like we have an injured player. Yeah, Mark Andrews is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Robinson throwing to start the drive. He finds Robinson. He juked him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead.
Didn't you play for the
He's still
Freedom with
firing away.
USFL?
I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Robinson. And his throw is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
They get the former number 6 overall pick, Quentin Nelson, out of Notre Dame that time. To throw is Robinson. To throw on 2nd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 28-24, a minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. Jackson. That ball caught by Harrison. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Now, quick throw going to be batted away and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Now Jackson. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
Good game.
So for Indianapolis, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tennessee Titans come to town. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.